याद पिया की आने लगी हाय भीगी भीगी रातों में.
You.
Thank you. I would like to thank my mom, my dad, my husband, Kanipala, Abo. Hi guys, namaste, welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited because if you guys know me, I like to do things very quickly and fast because I'm a lazy person. So today's look is something that is what I do usually every time I go out. Every time, you know, I have to go to a party or an event and I don't have too much time on my face. This is the kind of, you know, makeup that I end up doing, something bronzy, something brown with bright pink lips and a gloss and a really nice sheer base. So this is what I do. So if you want to watch how I created this look, keep on watching and do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Alright guys, so I'm doing a get ready with me video today, and as you can see, I've already done my brows for this look because I am late and I have to go to a party, so I don't want to spend too much time. So today I'm gonna do the basic, you know, very simple, quick, easy party makeup look that I usually do when I have to go somewhere to a function or an event. So like always, I'm just gonna take some moisturizer and I'm gonna just apply it all over my face. Just very little. Alright, now moving on, since I've already done my brows, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the concealer and I'm just gonna define my brows. I'm using this detailed concealer brush from Sephora and I'm just gonna take this. You can see it's really small and detailed. And for my concealer, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Banana. And I'm just gonna take my brush and I'm gonna start giving my brows some shape. I really love this brush because it gives, like it says, really precise application. Take a little bit more.
A few moments later.
Oh my god, this brush is so amazing. Look at it, look at the detail. It's like painting. The Thanka painting or something. This one. Okay, now I'm gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna, you know, slice dab it. And where is it? Where is it? Now, I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just gonna dab it all over. Same here. Right. Now I'm gonna take that concealer stick, foundation stick. So I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm just blending it out. Right. Okay, I'm just gonna dab it, make sure there's no residue. And with my fluffy brush, I'm just gonna take this really light shade right here. It's like this really good. You can even use a highlighter if you want. So this is usually what I do for parties if I don't have time like today and I just want to rush to the event. So I'll just take this and I'll apply it all over my eyelids. You can see it kind of sets the concealer. At the same time, it gives you a nice shine. Now moving on, I usually if I don't want to use a lot, like too many palettes, I'm just going to use a brown, like from my contour palette or anything as such, or you can use a brown from your eyeshadow palette. It depends. So I'm making this look very easy for even for beginners. So you don't need to have a particular palette. You can just use any that you wish. So I'm just applying it at the ends, and now I'm just going to start blending it on top of my crease. Like so. Same on this end. Just gonna take a little just to even it out. So this is exactly how I do my makeup when I'm going out. Usually for videos, I end up doing one eye first and then the other eye. But when I have to go to an event and I'm just getting ready by myself without any cameras, this is how I do my makeup. So I'm just gonna, and I usually stick to brown shades just because if I've not decided what I'm gonna wear, this just looks good with everything. And usually when I'm doing my own makeup, I'm not a liner person, so I just end up not using one. So today I'm just gonna use some nice golden bronzy shade, like so. You can use anyone from any of your palettes that you have. And I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna apply it right in the middle of my eyelids. This makeup shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes. It's easy to do, it's fun, it still looks nice and polished. So you can see just with that, it really it starts looking really nice. Especially with Amro Nepali or just the skin tone, it looks really nice. So I'm just gonna take my blending brush again, and I'm just gonna blend them together. Just kind of bring it forward, like so. And now with a smaller brush, I'm just gonna take that same highlight shade that I was using, and I'm just gonna place it in the front, like this. And what this actually does is that it kind of opens up your eyes, making it look bigger. You can see, it's really nice. Now, with the same small brush, I'm taking the same brown that I used at the top here, and I'm just gonna place it at the bottom as well. Now, I'm gonna take that bronzy shade and I'm just gonna apply it right here in the corners of my eyes. So I'm just using the same bronzy shade that I used on the top, and I'm just applying it at the bottom. Now, I'm almost done with my eye makeup. It's very simple. Now with the same bronzy shade, I just like to touch it up, like top it off. So then I'm just taking the same the bronzy shade again, and I'm just gonna place it right here. There we go. So to give it that extra oomph. There we go. And we're almost done. Now moving on towards the mascara. Just gonna use this mascara from Pius, which is this Polish makeup company. It's available in Nepal, which makes my life very easy. I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna apply my mascara. So you can see that makes a lot of difference. Now I'm just applying the mascara on my bottom lash. All right. Now moving on, I'm just gonna take, whoops. Now moving on, I'm just gonna take this flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna take that same brown that I was using on my eyelids, and I'm gonna take a little bit of a dark, dark brown, almost a black shade, And with my flat brush, I'm just gonna kind of layer it on top here, like so. There we go. And at the same time here, just gonna take the same dark brown black color again, and I'm just gonna layer it right here on top where my mascara is. I don't know if you can see it or not in the camera. So this kind of creates like a smoked liner look, and I'm really into it these days. And the leftover on the brush, I'm just applying it. So now we're almost done. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my wet wipe and I'm just gonna see if there's any fallout. There isn't any, so I'm just gonna dab it. I'm not gonna pull too much. And I'm just dabbing it. So this is how I usually do my makeup. Super simple, easy. You can see there's a really nice flow to it, to the color. There's the dark brown, the bronze, the light tones. All right, now moving on, I'm just gonna take, since I removed a little bit of the moisturizer, I'm just gonna apply a little bit more. The key to beautiful makeup is to prep your skin really well. So you wanna make sure your skin is always hydrated and looking nice. All right, so we're almost done. Now moving towards the base, which is my favorite part because I literally do the base super quick. So today I'm using the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation in the shade 1W1, which is Ivory. This is a really nice foundation. If you're a kind of person like me who likes to do their makeup really fast and at the same time you like a very natural finish to your makeup, I would really suggest this foundation. It's really amazing. It's a little pricey, but you know, it does its job beautifully. So I'm just gonna take that foundation and I'm just gonna apply it all over here, and I'm gonna start blending it with my brush first. So you can see that is a really nice finish. It's glowy, it looks fresh. At the same time, it doesn't look too over the top. Take a little bit here as well, and I'm just gonna start blending it out. So a bit more foundation. It's really difficult to do with a small mirror. And not to forget your ears. Right, oh, that was tiring. Now I'm gonna take my wet beauty blender and I'm just gonna start dabbing it. The excess foundation, you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, I like to keep my base very, very transparent. You can still see some spots on my face. And usually when I'm going for a party, I don't like to do full coverage. That's just how I like my base. But sometimes I do want to go for a full glam look. But today we're just going to go for a soft glam with a more natural base. So now moving on, I'm done with my base almost. So now with the same, concealer, not actually concealer, it's a foundation. The foundation stick that I use to, outline my eyebrows, I'm just gonna use the same as a concealer as well, because usually I end up using foundations as my concealer. I don't know if that makes sense at all to you or not, just because I like the consistency. It's just thinner, like foundations that are not as rich as concealers. So usually when I wanna go for a natural base, I'll use a lighter foundation, like a more sheer foundation. Then I'll use a little bit medium coverage foundation as my concealer. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to apply it right here and right here, because nobody wants dark circles. And in areas where I feel like I need extra coverage, I'm just going to apply that like so. And I'm going to take my brush again and I'm just going to start dabbing it with my brush. just to, just to place the product, just to really work it in. You can see it has a really nice coverage. And just a little bit here, just a little bit here, and I'm just bringing this down here. And same thing here, I'm just gonna flip my hand over and I'm gonna work it. Now, I'm gonna take my sponge again and I'm gonna start really dabbing this and working it in. I'm taking very small strokes at it, small little dabs. All right, so I'm done doing my base. I've even applied some of the, foundation on my neck as well, because I do want my neck and my face to match. And we're almost at the end of the makeup. And now with my tiny, tiny brush that I used before, I'm just gonna use a little bit of a golden shimmer. And I'm just gonna place it right here near my tear ducts. And that will really amplify this really simple look. You can see that. Gives it a nice glam vibe right instantly. My bigger fluffy brush, I'm gonna take that light highlight shade and I'm just gonna place it right on the top right here. And same on the other side as well. All right, and we're done with our eye makeup and I'm done with my base. You can see I didn't use a concealer, I used a lighter foundation to apply that. And now moving towards the contour. Now, if you want, you can either set your base or, with a powder and then move on, or you can just use contour. So today I don't want to, do a matte look, so I'm just going to take a contour powder. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix. It's also actually a compact in the shade NW48, and I'm using this as my contour shade. So I'm just going to take very little in my angled blush brush, and this is from Inglot. So I'm just going to take that, very little, and I'm just going to look straight into my mirror and I'm just going to start placing it very gently. The trick to mixing powder and cream or liquid is actually blending. You have to really blend it well to get a really nice finish. And I'm just doing that here, just a little bit on these ends. And of course, our jawline. Now I'm going to take my blender again, and with the other end that I have not used. Why I'm doing this is that I want the most natural contour as possible. And with this, it just, kind of blends in the powder right into my skin. And that's how I like it. With the leftover, I'm just gonna kind of, give some shape to my nose. And with the leftover product on my brush, I'm just gonna, kind of give some shape to my nose. All right. And now with the same highlight shade, I'm just placing it on my lip. And now for my blush, I'm using this shade called Brush on Bronze from the Body Shop. And this is actually a bronzer, but I'm gonna use it as a blush today, kind of like a blush bronzer, if that makes sense. Take that and just very little on top here, just because of the look I'm going for. And then I'm gonna take my blender again and I'm just gonna kind of gently bring it towards my cheeks. now we're done. Now time for some lippy and we are good to go. So for my lips, what I actually like to do is I like to put a tint first and then use a lipstick, just because if I feel like, you know, if the tint kind of holds longer on my lips, so just in case I do eat something at a party or, you know, my lipstick kind of fades, there's still a tint and, you know, my lipstick still, or lip shade still looks perfect. So I'm gonna start with my lip tint. And today I'm using the one from Dior. It's called Dior Addict and it's a lip tattoo long wear color tint, and this is in the shade 451 natural. So I'm just gonna take that and I'm just gonna apply it all over. It smells so good. So I've applied my lip tint, and usually if I want I can apply a lipstick on it, like because I'm wearing a pink lehenga today, a peach lehenga, I can either use something like this, or today I just feel like glowing glossy because that's the go-to look that I usually do. So today, since I'm doing a go-to makeup, I'm just gonna take my gloss. This is from MAC and this is in the shade Oh Baby. All right, so I'm gonna apply it. Nice, really happy with this color. If you guys know me, you guys know that I'm a big fan of glosses, so this is my go-to thing. And we are done with our makeup. So that is it, guys. So this is what I do on a, you know, daily thing. If I have to go somewhere for a family function or party, this is the kind of makeup look I do. And if I feel like going some extra, I just throw in some highlighter. If not, I don't. And a lazy way of me putting on highlighter is that, you know, all of you guys have your eyeshadow palettes, which probably has some kind of shades like these, which are these golden highlight shades for your eyes. So what I do is when I don't have time and I'm in a rush, I'll just apply these highlight shades on my fingers and then I'm gonna use it as a highlighter. So just gonna go like here, like so. Wherever I feel like I need some highlight, I'm just gonna go like this. And I'm gonna take that highlight a little bit more and here, tip of my nose, and just on the bridge of my nose. And that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna take my blender again and I'm gonna set in the highlighter as well. So there we go. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And before we go, a big shout out to the creators of the board behind that you see. Their information is down below.